All right, Fan Nation, I am with your 2025 AIM Warrior National Shootout champions. We have Tristan Beckwith and Isaac Lakich. And you guys pulled this thing off with 101 pounds and change. That is a huge bag. That's a 10 fish limit over 2 days. Why don't you go ahead and explain? I'll start with you, actually, Tristan. You've had time to absorb this. Everybody's been coming in, shaking your hands, congratulating you. What's running through your head right now?
This is just unreal. The fishery, the win, everything. It's really hard to believe, to be honest.
Yeah. Isaac, I heard you talking about just how the bite went for you over the last 2 days, and that there were some things that went on that even you were just blown away by what was happening. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, today on the water was just one of the most unreal experiences I've ever had. It felt like we were floating on cloud nine. Nothing was really going wrong. I mean, we had a few small mistakes, but they didn't really cost us, and it was just crazy. The number of 26 to 30-inch fish that we caught today was just out of this world crazy. We probably caught somewhere between, I don't even know, 20, maybe 25 of those caliber fish. So it was just unreal. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock this morning, throwing back 28s was just a crazy experience.
So remind me, what division did you guys qualify out of?
The Wisconsin division.
Out of Wisconsin division. Have you ever fished the St. Louis before?
Nope.
Both of our first times.
Yeah. When you guys got up here, what caused you to kind of break down and settle where you settled at over these 2 days?
A lot of it honestly kind of came from a little bit of research and just homework, and before we even got here. I don't have a lot of contacts up here. I don't know a lot of people from the area, so I didn't really get any, local info or anything like that. It really actually came down to doing a lot of online searching, Google Maps, Navionics, a lot of map study, and stuff like that. And we kind of put it together pretty early that it was a shallow bite. The first day we fished, really shallow to start the day, caught a fish or two, and then we tried sliding deeper and didn't catch anything. So when we slid back shallower and caught more fish, we realized that that's kind of what we needed to, focus in on for the rest of the duration of the tournament. So, ran around, ran all over. We actually, day one, fished almost the entire river. I wouldn't say fish, but we looked at the entire river just to get a feel for it. And, but mainly just, doing our homework before we got here, YouTube, Google, any bit and scrap of information I probably read it over this winter, that's for sure.
Did you have to modify any of your techniques that you were maybe comfortable with, or did the fish pretty much react here like they would once you figured them out on another system?
I think they reacted probably better than we could have imagined.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yeah, there was no working a fish or struggling to get a bite. If you could get a bait in front of them, they were eating.
Now, obviously, people are going to want to know, did you live scope these fish? And in the shallow environment, was there a view that you found worked better for you for finding these shallow fish?
I've always fished forward view. I think perspective is a good tool, and I think it's a good asset to have in the arsenal. But in terms of targeting and specifically casting to individualized fish, there's nothing that beats forward view on Garmin's LiveScope. I've been using LiveScope pretty much since it came out. 2016, 2017, we had, Panoptics, and we got the LV32s back in late 2018, early 2019. And, really, have been using it since the beginning and understanding, how to change the settings and make adjustments based on, water depth and clarity and all that kind of stuff makes a big deal in a place like this, because the areas we were fishing were unbelievably dirty. So we had to really kind of tune them in a little bit, dial it, but then once we did, it was game on.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you for that. Not a lot of guys are willing to share that much detail, and we sure appreciate that. So Tristan, I understand this boat's going in your garage. Is
Yes,
that right?
sir.
Yeah. So excellent job, guys, and congratulations for your 2025 championship win.
Thank you.
Thank you.